Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Jose, the Proud Millennial, and today I wanted to talk about furnishing your place on a budget. So I just moved into a new place and it's much bigger than my old place, and what that means is yes, I have so much more space for activities, but also that means I need much more furniture. I also didn't bring as many of my furniture over, and the scale of the pieces are different than my old place. My old place was about 400 square feet and this one's about 750 square feet. So dimensions are kind of off. Before we dive into this, if you like home decor, interior design, and apartment living, go ahead and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram. I love getting to know so many of you. Even this week I met a few of you. So I don't know if you've fallen into this trap, but I know I have, where I have or follow a lot of these Instagram accounts that have beautiful homes and have all the furniture that you would aspire to have. There is a big problem here in the United States. Consumerism is huge. I mean, they're trying to get you to buy new things. Styles shift so much. So while I'll give you some suggestions, I do want you to keep in mind when you're buying things that you want to buy things that will be flexible with the ever-changing styles, because whatever is in right now might not be in at the end of the year. Whatever your situation is, whether your income isn't so large or you are trying to save, something like I am doing, where I'm trying to save for a future goal, and maybe furniture isn't where you want to put your biggest investment in, I think you can still have style and you can still really make your home your own. These 3 suggestions are things that I've been doing for years, and I mean, I get people coming to my place and loving it year after year, everything I change. So these are proven to work, and I really have never spent a wild amount of money on any kind of furnishing. So I have 3 suggestions to furnish your place on a budget, and I hope that you can take any of these and even create your own mixture of these 3. So my first suggestion is something that you see me doing quite often, is buy used. So what I mean is buy items that have a previous owner. Most of my furniture are either things I've bought in on OfferUp or the Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist thrift shop or an antique shop. So I find it enjoyable to go and look for these items, find treasures that cost like way less. I say 25 to 50% of the original price, and no one knows it was a previously used item. Like, once you buy a new item and you put it in your place, it's been used, right? Because you use it. So if you're buying something from someone else and you just clean it up, make sure it's disinfected, no one cares. Honestly, sometimes I find a joy in describing the story of how I bought something. The beauty of a lot of style is that styles go in cycles. So what is in style maybe now might be back in style in 20 to 30 years. So that means that right now there are items that were created in the 80s and the 90s that are stylish, and that's awesome, because that means that you can really look for those items being, number 1, they're going to be vintage, but also they're going to be way less expensive. Number 2 is free items. I mean, there are many ways you can get free items. For example, I get free items from like my parents' house, maybe something they're not using, maybe a relative, a parent, a brother, sister, a friend who is getting rid of certain things. So I recommend letting them know to keep you in mind in case they're ever getting rid of anything. I don't do this with everything, so just so you all know, I am not a dumpster diver in any way, but I do live in a kind of nice area. And just an example, yesterday or a few days ago, there were I've been looking for patio chairs, like very simple patio chairs, for some time, and they range anywhere from like $75 to $150. And the other day I was like driving and I randomly saw 2 metal chairs that were quite nice and clean, and so I picked them up, put them in my car, brought them over, and just disinfected them and put them outside in my balcony. And I just saved quite a bit of money by doing that. So I would keep an eye out while you're driving. Not only that, but you are kind of doing your part in recycling and making sure that you are not just contributing to this consumerism that is a big part of our country. The last budget-friendly tip to furnishing your home is if it's too expensive, maybe you can make it. There are so many accounts out there that are making awesome furniture out of the things that you would least expect. There are so many accounts out there, and honestly, it's so much fun to do all these DIYs. I've had an inspiration of a nice dresser that maybe cost $1,700, but I ended up buying an IKEA item that I can do an IKEA hack on, and it looks almost the same. The other thing you can do is buy an item and totally repaint it, and it becomes brand new. Right now I'm working on a project. I wanted a console, didn't want it to look super cheap. I don't know, I think I saw it on like a Reels on Instagram or something like that, where someone took some kitchen cabinets and made a console out of it. And so I started with that idea, but then it wasn't really working out. And then I ended up buying these kitchen cabinets and creating almost a built-in look. And I am so shocked at how it's looking already. I will reveal it pretty soon. I think that this is one of the cheapest consoles, and I've probably spent only about $220. I can say that this item looks more expensive than that, and it's going to be a statement piece in my space. When you like something, look at the item and really see the different parts of the items. For example, a console table is just a pair of cabinets on legs with knobs and pulls on it. There are so many ways to look at an item and say, I can make this. It might be a simple lamp, but if you throw on some paint and a nice new shade, it might look totally different. I invite you to look at items in a different way. I hope you found these tips helpful. I know that a lot of these things may seem really hard to do, but if you just start thinking of these things, it becomes pretty fun. And also there is a very strong Instagram community of like upcycling and redoing items, making big DIYs. And I've seen people that have never used power tools become carpenters. So maybe that's not you, but I'm sure you can pick up a brush, paint something, and be totally proud of it. So if you enjoy videos like these and want to continue in my journey of decorating my new place, go ahead and subscribe down below, and also stay up to date with me on Instagram. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.